Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we get the pleasure to talk about the brand new Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. This is a $67 18 shade eyeshadow palette that is also part of a larger rose quartz collection released from Huda. But since Sephora had this, I figured we'd pick it up and talk about it. But I'm actually quite curious about the other products that go along with it, especially that highlighter that looks almost like that Love Stone, or in another palette it was called Slippery shade that's kind of could be slimy, could be cool. So we'll check that out when it gets to me separately, and we'll do another eye look with it too, because this palette is so versatile. So but right now we'll just devote this video just to this palette here. We're going to play with it, do a demo, do some comparisons, and we're going to look at it in two different lights. So hopefully all your questions will get answered. And wouldn't you know, gosh darn it, I just did a video on all the recent eyeshadow palettes. It was released at time of filming yesterday, or today actually at time of filming, and darn it, this isn't in there. So consider this, I'll link that video below, and consider this more like an addendum to it. What can you do? They always have new ones. Okay, so here's the deal. Huda herself, Huda is always experimenting and trying to find herself. Recently, we've seen her talk about transparency in marketing. So she'll show photos on Instagram of herself kind of photoshopped a little bit, and then her real body, and she really tries to kind of bring these things to light. And she has been getting interested in crystals. Now, crystals, you guys, they date back to Sumerian times. I guess Plato spoke about crystals in his account of Atlantis. And they have, you know, different properties depending on the crystals. How do you know so much, Rebecca? Did you study this? No. My daughter, my teenage daughter, got really into it, especially during lockdown, when it kind of had a resurgence of popularity. And hey, I'm a team player, so she and I would go and look at these crystals, and apparently you got to be careful that you're getting not just glass, but real crystals. And we'd go look at them, and my daughter happened to love rose quartz, and she has a lot of it. I ventured into her terrifyingly scary bedroom and actually picked up some rose quartz pieces. Her prettiest one, I guess she takes with her to school. Look, who am I to judge? But if you believe, and why wouldn't we, the ideas behind these crystals, rose quartz would be a good one to bring to school with you, because it's really kind of about, it emphasizes the self-love that Huda is so is pushing so much lately, and it kind of it has a healing, a love, kind of an eternal love, because they are kind of a pink love stone. Now the two that my daughter has left me with are almost a sheer kind of clear pink, if you can see that there. She's got this one, this, I'll call it a pointy one. And this little one here, I texted her at school, and she said she has the darker pink one that she owns with her right now. So she apologized to you all. No problem, but we will keep these here with us, and hopefully they do kind of feel good when you hold them. Look, I don't know if it's in my head or not, but you can kind of feel love coming through it. And hey, my daughter swears by it. Huda swears by it. Make your own decisions, but either way, it's kind of fun. So we will leave our actual rose quartz, verified, sitting here with us today for this video. Okay, this then is a self-love palette with all the things that the rose quartz crystals are supposed to bring into our lives. All right, so let's take a look at these shades, first of all, in the palette. Here we go. I'll cover the mirror for you there. I've made a little bit of a mess with them and swatching, but we have 18 shades here, 5 textures in these rosy, earthy tones. We have 8 mattes, 3 metallics, 3 what Huda is calling shine metallics, 3 quartz marble shades, and then one crushed stone pearly gloss. It's called Love Stone. Can you see it in here? We're going to play with it a little bit today. It's right here. You'll remember it from the Naughty Nudes palette. It was called Slippery, and a lot of people hated it. Huda does not, and she is going to show us how we can use it. And we're going to play with it actually today. My mind is changing. I really just didn't have any opinion on it at all in the Naughty Nudes palette. And in this one, I thought we would actually use it. and I'm kind of liking it. So you'll have to stick around for the demo so you can see me give it a try, and you might change your mind on it as well. What I want to do right now, just first off, is in studio lighting, we're going to go to the swatches on my arm just of this palette. The top row on my arm is going to be the first 2 rows of the palette minus the Lovestone shade, because it's really just a shine. You can't see it. So the top 2 rows minus the Lovestone shade, and then underneath is the bottom or last row. So go ahead and take a look at that there on my arm in studio lighting first. And then I just kind of want you to take a look at it and see it. We're going to talk about what it reminds us of as well. And then we're going to take it on outside into the warm California sunshine. It's just always sunny in California. What can I say? Take a look at it on my arm outside, where I tried to get some close-ups so that you can kind of see what it looks like. We have for $67 the same palette size and weight as Huda's other larger palettes. It also performs similarly. And I'm holding up the Naughty Nudes right here because this is the one that first introduced us to this kind of what a lot of people thought was a bit of a slimy shade, and some people actually took out of the palette, and that is right here. Was it Mel who took it out of the palette, you guys? It might have been Dear Mel. It might have been. I am liking it better in this one though, and this is, here it is in the Rose Quartz palette there, but I did not swatch it. There's no real point, but we are going to try it on the eyes. Now, the fun thing about us getting some advance notice of these palettes is I often get folks requesting to see a few things. Hey, when you review this, could you? So I'm already hearing that people want to compare it to the Natasha Denona Retro palette. Gosh, I'm not really seeing it. I mean, kind of, if we had to, but here they are side by side. Here is the brand new Huda that I'm shaking right here, and here is, of course, the Natasha Denona Retro palette. Certainly they are similarities, but if you notice, the Huda palette stays much more kind of pink and earthy, whereas Natasha Denona is a much more kind of knockout blow with a lot of these darker, deeper, reddy brown shades. I mean, which, you know, so they're similar, but they're not dupes or anything like that. And what I'm happy to do over on Instagram, just ask me here or ask me over on Instagram, is I can, you know, swatch any of the similar shades if you like to palette hop and you want to try to recreate this or whatever it is that you need to see. Just go ahead and ask me, and you guys know I have no problem doing that whatsoever. Okay, I want to come back now with nothing on my eyes, and we're going to do 2 demos. We're going to take a look first at the kind of interesting Lovestone shade on bare eyes, and then we're going to do this look. We're going to recreate this look that I have on right now. Plus, of course, coming up, we will have a part 2 to this video when the second tier of products arrives, and then we can take a look at another eye look as well. So stay right now, stay right there. Okay, there's really kind of 2 looks that we can do here, and I just want to play with one and then take it off and start with the color. I want to work with the shade Lovestone, which is kind of like slippery from, if you recall, from the Naughty Nudes, and it is just a shine product, almost a bit Vaseline-y in feel. It is on my finger now. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I will zoom in, and it does have a little bit of a kind of almost a duotone to it. And Huda says that you can just apply it to completely bare eyelids with, you know, maybe some eyeliner and mascara and just have its own look. So I thought, let's just try that. I'm not going to do the liner or mascara, but I have completely bare eyes now. I don't even have any concealer on them. So I thought, let's just see what it looks like. It's here on my finger. I have hooded eyes, not Huda eyes, hooded eyes, haha. I'm going back in here. Well, that's interesting. And I actually kind of like it. As you see, guys, I am literally just spreading it on my eyes. It's like almost like a gel. Doesn't really have a Vaseline feel, but let's see. I don't think I can get it much darker than that. Let's see if I can move a little bit around. Let me move this mirror out of the way. Let me move a little bit around and down because I have hooded eyes, and up. Can you guys see that? That's actually rather pretty because it's a little bit of a sheen without any, It feels a teeny bit heavy. I mean, I can tell it's on my eyes, but not uncomfortable. Please don't misunderstand. And it's actually, that could be a quite pretty everyday look. It could crease, but I think that is why Huda Beauty, the brand, says on bare eyes. If I had any sort of a primer or a concealer or something on my eyes, that's where the crease would show. This is so clear, it's not really going to create a problematic crease unless you had a base, right? So kind of pretty, especially on those, it's overused, but it is a good term, no makeup. Makeup days, that could be really pretty. But let me take it off and let's actually work with the colors now that we saw what that looks like. Okay, that's all off now. I'm actually really pleased with it, you guys. I mean, I think that's kind of a pretty look. We can, of course, also put it over some of the colors that we are going to use. That's not what I want to do today, but, you know, obviously use your imagination. I just wanted to try it as she suggested. Okay, so let's go in here. We got a Refer 16 in my hand, and I am going to go ahead and start in right here. I will put all shade names up on the screen there with this beautiful pink shade. The lights, I have to do this with the lights to see that. I'll just put them in after. And I'm just going to go all over my eyes with this really pretty pink shade here. Right there, guys. And get a really nice kind of pink look to kind of set the concealer that this time I did put down. And it's giving it an almost white look. This is going to be very dependent on skin tone, of course. If you had a deeper skin tone, that might look a bit glaring on the eyes as a kind of to set it, but it worked for me. And I'm even going to take that same shade and go under a bit. Okay. All right, let's stick with the pink. I really like a pink eye look, and let's go with this deeper pink right here. And let's just kind of work that into, this is a Sonia G Lotus brush, and let's just kind of work that into the crease a little bit back and forth. And I'm going really pink. This is a very pink shade, and over that kind of light bubblegum pink that we did originally, it's really pink, but I'm okay with it. It's almost a purpley pink, a lilac-y pink. Okay, and same shade. Okay, now we've almost gone a little bit too pink, I'll admit it. So let's tone it down a little bit. I'm going to take this shade right here, next to last shade right there, and I'm just going to kind of go over and just kind of blend with it, you guys, because it's just getting a little bit too pink to me. So I'm going to almost fix it by just kind of taking this shade and just kind of toning it down a little bit. A little less pink, please. I'm not a big bubblegum pink fan. So that went a little bit too pink, a little too quickly for me. Okay, that just helped tone it down just a little bit. I can look at myself in the viewfinder now and not go, ah! Okay. All right, now I really want to, let's darken the outer edges of the eye with this shade right here. Same Lotus brush that you saw earlier. And I'm just going to kind of just deepen things and just make things a little bit more, add a little more interest. Okay, we want to play with some of these other shades too that are a little bit more interesting. How about this one right here? Talk about a cool looking glitter and shimmer shade. Sometimes for every day, you guys, I would probably stay away from these shimmer shades and glitter shades. And I am experiencing a little bit of fallout, to be expected, of course. And the fallout, I'll just zoom you in, is right here. So I'll get that gone. See it right there? I'll pick that up when I'm going to do my mascara. I just like to do the glitter with you guys. It's fun. And if you're going out, I'm not, and again, this is really, really, really fine and pressed. This isn't chunky or anything like that. and easy to use. We did have that fallout there, so I will have to take care of that. And I'm going to just kind of finish this little area here with this really pretty Self-Love, I can see it's called, shade right there. And I think that is what I would have liked to have done over that part of the eye too. But this certainly, I wanted to look at the shimmery shades, and they certainly are very pretty. So stay right there. Let me kind of finish this up and get that fallout away. Okay, take a look at the finished look. I have such hooded eyes that I am kind of experimenting with better ways to show you guys what a finished look really looks like, because my hooded eyes tend to hide things, and I always listen to the feedback from you guys. So we had that first, and I asked how it would help, and I hope that this does help you guys see the finished look. We also have, or I also have, the distinct advantage of there's going to be a part 2 when I receive from the Huda Beauty website that new highlighter. I'm so curious about it, and that will allow me to do another look with this palette that is not as glittery, kind of more as I use it more with the metallic shades and stuff. So I'll do kind of a non-pink based look for that video, and that will be really nice. Few things to mention really quickly. Just a little kind of tip that I use. Remember I was talking about getting the fallout from the glitter off? Super easy trick. I like to use, oldest trick in the book really. I use this paper tape like you would use to hold on, you know, for wounds care and things like that, and you know, for braces and arm braces and things to hold stuff on. You could use, I guess, just regular old Scotch tape or clear tape, but I just think this is a little bit gentler, the paper tape. You can get it at any pharmacy, and you just kind of dot it and it takes it right off. Or you could just do your foundation last, but I really like this stuff. Sometimes it takes off the makeup underneath, but you just kind of gently tap on with a little piece of this and it comes right off. And also to let you know, since this is a Huda video, I am absolutely in love with the Glowish, the powder, the Luminous powder that I have here. I can't remember. I use it now over the other Glowish product, the Dewy Skin product. When I use this on bare skin in my first impressions video, I really didn't like it because I felt it showed a lot of flaws in texture. But when it is over this, it's my new favorite. So since this is a Huda video, I wanted to mention that, and that we're going to do another look. I'm very pleased though with this really pink look, especially because I added in the kind of taupe shades that just brought the pink down, tamed the pink down just a little bit. But I am looking forward to doing another look and getting my hands into whatever this highlighter is. And we'll look at the lip products too, because while we're at it, why not? So I'll make sure that I let you guys know when that video is coming out so you can take a look. Let me know any questions you want or shade comparisons on the eyeshadow palette that you need to see over on Instagram. Let me know here or on Instagram. You guys know I'm so happy to do that for you, and I try to turn it around really quickly after your request. So do let me know that. But otherwise, leave any other comments below. I'm always interested to hear what you have to say. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it along with me, and I sure hope that you did. And my goodness, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel so that I can see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.